Hello, hello. Another episode over at Buckless Coach Web Show Live. Today we have a very special episode on Thankful Thursday. And stay tuned. Well, hello, hello. We are coming to you from Southern California and the beautiful city of Las Vegas, Nevada. We have Marlo Anderson, the founder of National Day Calendar. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm sitting here in one of my favorite coffee shops, actually, in Las Vegas, called The Bungalow, right downtown, not Fremont downtown, but actually downtown Las Vegas in the Art District. I spend a lot of time in the Art District here, and I know you have your bucket list event is here next year, isn't it?
It is. It is. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pop off for about 30 seconds. I want to share this in a couple groups. And then if you could kind of talk about what is happening on the 1st, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. So on the 1st of June, just a couple days from now, we are going to be in Burbank, California with Fremantle. And many of you are probably familiar with the Buzzer Network, where you find and watch all these wonderful classic game shows and some new game shows as well. But we will be at the Quiz Show Expo, the very first Quiz Show Expo, and that is running in conjunction with National Game Show Day. And it's quite amazing. I was looking at the list of celebrities that are going to be showing up. It's like over 50 of people that are pretty well known in the game show industry and other things, like Vicki Lawrence, for example, from Carol Burnett show fame and Mama's Family. Of course, she was on many game shows. Jamie Farr is in attendance. Florida Swit will be there.
Wow.
There's lots of Bob Eubanks is going to be there, and I have no idea how old Bob is now, but it's just going to be kind of a pleasure to meet him. Of course, he hosted many game shows over the years. So it should be a lot of fun. And the official proclamation ceremony is taking place at 10 a.m. at the Marriott Airport or airport location in Burbank. So if you're in the neighborhood and actually want to swing by, you certainly can do that to the Quiz Show Expo right there in Burbank, California, the home of a lot of game shows over the years.
So let's talk about how this was proclamated through National Day Calendar.
Yeah, so Fremantle last year got a hold of us and shared with us the idea of having a National Game Show Day. Game shows are iconic in the United States, of course, and I don't think it took much to convince the committee to actually proclaim National Game Show Day. I won't say it was hurried last year, but it kind of was. I think the actual getting it through the process with National Day Calendar was like at this date last year. So like on May 30th May 30th, which is just 2 days in front of it. So we didn't get the chance to get the PR letters out to all the media that follow us and things. So as a result, it probably didn't get out there as much as it should have. It was still greatly successful though. We just anticipate that this year, of course, because now we've had our full campaign around Game Show Day and Buzzer. If you watch that at all, you're starting to see all of these mentions now about National Game Show Day and National Day Calendar, and they're running a month-long promo around Game Show Day. So it should be a lot of fun through the month of June to get to see some of these classics. And they're going to pair these things, Cindy Lee, too, with the National Days. So, and I'm just using this as an example. I don't know if this will be something that they do, but this is an example. So let's say The Price is Right in 1984 with Bob Barker, right? And in Showcase Showdown, there happened to be this brand new device called a VHS player that was retailing for $1,600 at the time, or some crazy thing, right? Well, National VCR Day is on June 7th. So what we want to do is we're going to find these snippets and pair them together during the the month of June around these game show classics to just kind of get people in the mood, kind of. Where you can combine game shows and national days together. And there'll be a lot of synergies like that throughout the month of June.
Yeah, and it actually, I'm going to be late, but something I want to do with Jeopardy is I actually found an old Jeopardy when, way back, Alex time, when Ken Jennings was first on there and then when he was like winning all this stuff. And Alex did say something about the chair over there or about the podium over there. And it's funny, ironically, that he said that many years ago. And here, Ken Jennings is now the host. So I'm actually looking for that video. I'm going to send him a gift with the QR code. And of course, I'm going to have a couple brownies in there. And of course, the Clue crew as well. So that's one of the things I do for people out that are coming to Southern California or that live here. We actually do a Jeopardy day where we spend, it's like 2 or 3 hours at Jeopardy. And then we go to like a local iconic restaurant right there in LA. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So how many Jeopardies have you attended over the years?
First one last year.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But it's hard because you know the answers and you have to zip it up. You're not allowed to talk during the taping. And you're like, oh, that was the wrong answer. But so what are your favorite game shows? Obviously, you know what mine is, Jeopardy. That's my number one.
Well, Jeopardy's up there. We have our own category of Jeopardy, right? So National Days is actually a category on Jeopardy.
Oh, because I try to submit Bucket Day. Yeah, so I don't know how we can get them to kind of.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know how that process works either. I don't know how they ask the questions, but I do know that occasionally, in fact, I don't know. I don't watch enough Jeopardy, but they have this Champion of Champions occasionally, right?
Yes.
And as one of the final rounds in that National Days actually appeared in that too. So it's always a lot of fun. You just never know where our little project will show up from time to time. So I love that. I just think it's fun that we have our own category.
Exactly. And so how are we celebrating this Sunday, my friend?
Well, I know you're all excited about this.
Overly excited.
This is right up, what you love to do. So it's Volkswagen Bus Day, yes. And it will be on Sunday. Will be a year since I saw you, and I think so. Have we seen each other since? I don't think so.
No.
I'm trying to remember when we ran into each other in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas for National Day surprise.
That was like a month or two before.
That was in April and then June.
Yeah.
And we talked about it the other day that I actually knew about International VW Bus Day 2 months prior, but I zipped it up.
Zipped it up. That's right.
Well, I told Amy, can I at least tell Don Ramsey with Cowabunga Van Clan? She goes, nope. I go, okay, zip.
Yeah. It's it was a wonderful event last year, and it sounds like you're putting together some cool stuff this year. Next year. And I think you probably know this too with talking to Will, that because the new VW bus isn't out yet, so they're waiting until the new bus comes out before they do something grandiose again for VW Bus Day. So next year,
there was an announcement today though. No pricing yet, but they did do an announcement on the VW page.
They did, and if you follow that link, you can actually, what they're doing is if you order a new VW bus, you can get it wrapped from the factory. So I don't know what the choices are for wrapping, but if one of the choices was daisies, for example, you could have it wrapped in daisies when you receive it. And they have a piece of software built into the site, and that's what this is coming out on. It might already be out, but for sure it'll be out on International VW Bus Day on Sunday. And you can click on that, and then you can start playing with the software. How do you want your bus to look? And you can actually play with that to create your own unique personality for your VW bus. It's a very, very cool thing.
We talked about it yesterday. I already know. So you see the bucket list or National Bucket List Day logo back there.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want mine orange and blue. As you can tell.
Yes, orange and blue. It's good. Yeah. Fantastic. That'll be cool.
Yeah. So we got about 10 minutes left on the show. Let's cover if you want to announce any upcoming national days that are coming up on the docket.
Well, we have of course, there's always something new in the works, but a new thing that we're starting that you don't even know what. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I know you've had Amy on the show here the last few days too, and I don't know what you two talked about, of course, but did she mention the National Day 5K?
No, we just talked about VW. Yeah, that was our main talk yesterday. Yeah.
So we are putting together what we call the National Day 5K, and it's a 5K walkabout.
Mhm.
And we're introducing this in our hometown of Mandan, North Dakota this summer. It's kind of our beta program. And what it is you come into the National Day headquarters, you will pick up a map. We'll have a digital version of this too. And across the top, we'll put in there like if it's National Shrimp Day. And then as you traverse the course, it's businesses, it's historic sites, it's all this
Oh
good
my
stuff. But
God.
we'll circle the things where you can go celebrate Shrimp Day, and you can still stop off and have a coffee or a beer or whatever you want to do. And you can just take your time. It's a walkabout, explore, do all these great things. And when you're done, you come right back to our headquarters and you get a medal. You get the National Day 5K medal, just like you ran or walked the 5K for completing the
What?
course. So this is what we're doing. When we get the kinks worked out, Cindy, I think that you and I should have a talk about Huntington Beach, because I think it would be a great place to have a National Day 5K as well, where people
We
can
already
check
have
in.
one, the annual Huntington Beach
Well,
one.
this is an annual one that you have. This is a daily thing with us. This is not just
Oh,
a one and done. Every day, people can come in and just sign up and go do the walkabout. So we just have something where people can sign in at the pier, for example, walk around downtown Huntington Beach, finish their 5K, come back in and get their medal.
okay. So I just had a brainstorm. This is what I want to do. Because I had a gentleman, Eric, on my podcast, on my early podcast yesterday, and he's with Red Bus Brew in Folsom, California. It's about 40 minutes from Sacramento, and he's actually going to name a National Bucket List Day beer. What we're doing is around 4 to 6 months before National Bucket List Day, we're going to have a little induction ceremony introducing the beer. And I actually want to go around different parts of the country, like, for instance, Las Vegas and Huntington Beach and Mandan, North Dakota, and get together with someone who has a brewery that could do a microbrew that's around National Bucket List Day. And I don't know if you know, but last month I interviewed the owner of Bucket List Tavern. It's actually 45 minutes from Denver, Colorado.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I typed in National Bucket and somehow he came up. So, but yeah, I don't know if they have like a brewery there or they just like serve beer. I don't know if they actually make beer there. But that's something I would
So
like to do.
are they going to brew a beer in your honor then? Is that the plan?
Yes, I believe so. Or they might
That's
have
pretty
one.
cool.
We're thinking about probably maybe doing a blonde ale or something, and then just do the
Okay.
label. Might be something they have already, but they're going to do a custom design label.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty cool.
So when is your walk? You said
So we're gonna
day yet?
we're gonna debut it on June 21st. So that's our. We're also debuting the first of Festive Fridays on that day
Oh, wow.
too. So we will have a series over in Mandan, our hometown of National Day calendar, Celebration City, USA, at Mandan, North Dakota. And we will have Festive Friday starting June 21st, and that'll be the third Friday of each month. We'll be celebrating National Selfie Day that day.
Okay.
And we're going to have all kinds of amazing selfie stations, so to speak, but it's going to be unlike anything you've ever seen. We actually have we have a contest going on where businesses can create props for selfies. So, for example, a donut shop can come in and make the world's largest donut as a
nice
prop, right? Or we can have a welding shop that puts together a gladiator outfit, and you can take a selfie in a gladiator outfit, or whatever it is, right? These are the things that I expect we're going to be seeing, something fun and unique, and that type of thing. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. We'll have a lot of impersonators there. And of course, you just never know who National Day Calendar can pull in. So there'll be, I'm sure, some amazing surprises for the people who are attending.
So how can I get out there to join you on this calendar?
Well, just we'll figure it out afterwards. Maybe
Do you have the
it'd be
date
fun to
that
have
you
you
want
there.
me out there? Is it for selfie day that you would want me out there, or what?
Sure,
What is the date?
that'd be fine. I mean, selfie day would be a great day because that's the first day of the 5K as well. So you could actually participate in the 5K, walk around, and then be part of Festive Friday as well. And that
And
would be
that's
June
June
21st.
21st.
Yes.
Oh,
So
that's
in
also
about 3.5
International
weeks.
Yoga Day.
Well, it is International Yoga Day, and we will have some yoga events going on in the park that day as well.
Ah, good.
And it's also Smoothie Day, so we're going to have
Mm.
some smoothies in the park too, or as well.
How
Yeah,
close are
we'll
you
be
to the
celebrating.
mayor?
Oh, pretty good friends.
Can you work on a proclamation for Bucket Day?
Oh,
I'll hit two birds with one stone.
I love how you do this on a public channel. That's right. Just put me on the spot right now. But I can push it off on him. I mean,
We say we can talk about anything, so here we go.
the new mayor. I mean, I know the current mayor as well, but the new mayor actually takes his place on the first meeting in July.
Okay.
So that doesn't mean that we couldn't get something done beforehand, but we have a Festive Friday in July as well.
I just don't know if I can get a flight at a reasonable rate that
Sure.
in like
Sure,
3 weeks.
sure.
I mean, I could try. I do have the San Diego boat show that day, but you know how I feel about national calendar stuff.
Maybe July would be a better choice for you.
Oh, what are
July
the
or
dates for
August.
July?
It's the third Friday of each month.
Okay, third Friday. So, do you know what days are on the third Friday?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I'm going to have to look it up now.
And we just have a few more or a few more minutes here on the podcast, anyways. But
so the third Friday in July is the 19th, and then August is the 16th.
Oh, August. Okay, 19th.
So July 19th, August 16th.
So do you know what the 19th of September is?
So I don't know if we're going to have a Festive Friday in September yet. We're just doing the first three, and then we're going to kind of see how we feel about doing more after into the fall, and we might do some more. It just kind of depends on what else we have going on. We're just really planning for these first three.
Yeah, the 19th of September is actually Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh yes, that would be fun, right?
I'm thinking about maybe going to Cabo.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but National Day calendar does take priority.
I do believe that I think it's August one is National Rum Day.
Oh, okay.
So we're probably going to have some type of rum crawl throughout the town that day as well.
Okay, all right. So yeah, we'll talk offline about that. Sounds great. Okay. And take the next 5 minutes if you want to announce any more national days that are coming up this year, or even that's going to maybe launch next year that you're allowed to mention at this point.
Yeah, I think a lot of the things that I could talk about are still embargoed, so I'm unable to do that. I do have a couple of other events. Let's see, where else am I going to be? I have a couple speaking gigs coming up here too, and for the life of me, I can't remember where they're going to be. So I guess the best thing that I like to do, Cindy, is, are you familiar with Meetup.com?
Definitely, yep.
So if you're not familiar with Meetup.com, it's not a dating site. It kind of sounds like it's a dating site, but it's more of a networking site, right? And it's for like-minded things, right? So if you're a hiker, for example, you can hop into Meetup and you'll see all these groups that are hiking groups, and they'll get together at 7 o'clock in the morning and go on a hike or whatever, right? But there's other things. So if you're a geek like me and you want to go learn about WordPress or programming, you can do that, right? Well, it's amazing how many National Day things go on in Meetup as well.
Mhm.
So if you're looking for something to do next Thursday or wherever you're at, if you want to do something for National Daiquiri Day, you can type in Daiquiri Day in the meetup, and there's probably 2 or 3 or however many events going on. I know national, and I know I'm picking on alcohol a little bit here, but National Whiskey Day, for example, in your neck of the woods, there must be at least 10 major events that go on in the LA area on National Whiskey Day. And
Oh,
you would find
LA
all
and
these.
Orange County. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you would, it would be easy to find out like on there, or Eventbrite would be another one, but Meetup seems to be a better choice for when it comes to those type of things. If you're looking for something to do, so I'm not advocating for Meetup at all. It's just something that I use when I travel a lot because
Mhm.
you know it's fun for me, of course, to hop into an event that's going on around a national day, and I show up, and they, of course, are like, "Oh my, it's fun for the group as well for me to get there, and it's fun for me to celebrate with them." So I really enjoy doing that.
Well, you're welcome to come out here on July 8th for Dive Bar Day.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, it's at the
Yes.
Johnny's Pizzeria. It's actually right in the middle of just right on the boulevard, on Beach Boulevard, and in a strip mall. You can
Right
hear
in
me
Huntington
others
Beach
there.
there.
Yeah, and you walk in, it's dark. It's about probably 12 minutes or so, 12, 15 minutes from the pier. And it's
Okay.
absolutely amazing. I'll have to send you the video we did for last year. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
that sounds cool.
at some point, yes. So in closing, let's talk about swag.
Oh. You can show off yours. That looks pretty good. I guess I can move mine down a little bit here. And this wasn't even planned. I just happened to have my Celebrate Everyday shirt on today. I don't normally have the T-shirt on anymore. I usually have a collared shirt with
Yeah,
Celebrate Everyday, smaller, but I don't know. I felt like a peacock today and decided to wear it loud and proud. So that's what I'm doing.
exactly. So you just go to
Yep.
nationaldaycalendar.com/shop. And there you go. All these amazing new items on there as well, right? So is the calendar
Yeah,
still available at a discount?
it is. We were able to find a few extras after the shops closed up for the year for calendars. We were able to get a few hundred more in, so they're on our website at a discount right now. But there's not many left. I'm guessing, on the wall calendars under 100. So we have very, very limited stock. So if anybody wants a 2024 calendar, you better get to our website because they're not going to be there in a couple days.
And yes, I always close out and I talk about the value of being a National Day Calendar ambassador. So if you're an ambassador, you're going to actually get in front of media, you're going to get in front of local restaurants. And it's what I have done over the last, 5 years. It's a way for me to collaborate and pay it forward to somebody else's business, not my own. Because when we pay it forward to other businesses, we're having it be about them instead of us, then we become a leader in our community. Can you kind of touch on that before we close out?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's, the value that National Day calendar brings to businesses and the entrepreneurial community is probably unmatched with anything else that's going on in the country. The Wall Street Journal, actually, Cindy Lee, I don't know if you knew this, but they did an article on us a couple of years ago about the impact that we have on the national economy because it's,
Wow.
of course, challenging to find a donut on National Donut Day by 10 o'clock in the morning. I was in LA during Pizza Day, a year or two ago. I love this story, by the way. I was meeting with some people, and they were bragging about this pizza joint that was down the way, and they said, "But we need to go about 2 o'clock in the afternoon because it's usually busy, really busy over lunch." So we go down there at 2 o'clock, and they're crazy busy, and we go up and ask how long it's going to the wait will be, and the gal that was talking to us, she goes, "Well, we're totally booked until after 9 o'clock tonight. Don't you know it's National Pizza Day?"
One of the biggest days of the year, guys.
And it was so funny. I mean, she had no idea who she was saying that to, of course, but it was pretty hilarious. And yeah, so there's so many ways that businesses. It doesn't have to be so obvious, right? It doesn't have to be a pizza joint on Pizza Day. What can you do in a pizza joint on Bobblehead Day? And there is, we have some stats that show that if you pair your social media post with a national day, For example, and I'll just be very generic about this. If you say, if it's on National Donut Day and you were to say something about, hey, come on down to my tire shop and have a free donut on us, you will get so much engagement with that, right? But if you put in the same post, come on down and have a free donut on us today, it's National Donut Day, it'll 3x the engagement on that.
Which is a week from tomorrow.
That's correct. It's just a week from tomorrow. So you don't have to be a donut shop to take advantage or to leverage National Donut Day, for example. You can just go get a couple dozen donuts or whatever and have them available, and just point out that you have them available. Come down and get your tires checked. We'll check your air pressure in your tires for free or something, and enjoy a donut while you're doing that. And you'll drive traffic to you. And it's just a great way to take advantage. And all this is free. A person should take advantage of these things.
So I'm going to do one last plug, because coming in the fall is Pizza and Beer Day. And I don't know if you remember that same year that you came out for Pizza Day, I actually was on my way to here in Irvine, California, about like 20 minutes away, because there's a financial advisor that has a national Pizza Day event for his clients as a thank you. So he had a beer guy there, he had a sushi guy there, and I forget what other kind of vendor that was there. But that was just a really good way for him to collaborate with 2 or 3 other businesses. So definitely utilize and leverage the National Day calendar. Super crucial.
All the time. You should always be doing this. So, yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Last question, as I always ask. What is the one thing that you will do this week to pay it forward, either to someone that you know or a random stranger that you're going to meet?
Wow. I guess it's a lifestyle of mine, so I don't know how to answer that. I very often buy coffee for people around me when I'm meeting with them, so that I will probably just continue that. But I believe just common courtesy is always, the best way to pay things forward. You should live the lifestyle, and your own life will be changed dramatically because of it.
And for me, I want to do a shout out to Cowabunga Van Clan again, to Don Ramsey for donating the T-shirt for my Friday and Saturday event, and of course Sal over at Masala Waves. They're on Beach Boulevard. They are one of our newest Nepal restaurants here in the city of Huntington Beach. So just want to do a big plug. So they're actually paying it forward to my business. So just wanted to say
very nice. Very nice.
Well, we are out. I'm going to put you in the green room if you want to hang tight for about 30 seconds while I close out.
Okay.
Thank you. So there you go. Make sure that you check out nationaldaycalendar.com. You could actually register for the newsletter, and they will email you 24 hours prior. So you're all in the know of all these amazing national days, weeks, and months. This is Cindy over at Bucket List Coach Web Show Live, and hope to see you at the Huntington Beach Pier through Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours Friday and Saturday. That is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And of course, International VW Bus Day, baby, June 2nd. We'll see you next time.